So, to start off, I would like to say that this global pandemic, it has certainly, given very good challenges, in terms of business, wherein a businessman has to understand that if he's evolving in this global pandemic, if you are a small business, if you are a manufacturing unit, if you are into retail business, the ultimate goal is that you need to sell your products and services in the market. But due to the global pandemic, it's quite difficult for you to even go out and sell your services. The only achieve this goal is by going online. So you have to use the internet, you have to use the web, you have to use e-commerce, wherein you can showcase your products, you can showcase your services, you can create a customer journey. And the end goal of this would be that you will have a decent amount of sales, you will have good cash flow in your business, and you can make good profit. But to achieve this, you have to transform and you have to evolve your thinking of how a business would run in the near future. Let's say the example Derek gave earlier was that there could be any kind of national calamity. This is just one of the things that we are facing right now. Let's say after 5 years there is something which is result of a national calamity. In that scenario, most of the businesses, they should evolve and they should adopt the technology in a sense that it would not shut down their businesses. The technology is now so progressive that you can achieve much from the technology at a very minimum cost. I will give an example. Right now we are having a video conferencing which is free of cost as such, unless and until there is a professional version that you are using. So video conference is just one example. You can use video conferencing to close business deals having value of $100 to a $1 million just by the same concept. So this example is very much adaptable to different scenarios. If I talk about like how the business should evolve, I'll give an example. Education industry. If you see education industry across the world, they have immediately evolved and adopted to online education. If you talk about kindergarten education, if you talk about mid school and high school education, even if you talk about the university education, all of them have gone online and they are teaching online to all the students at a global level. If you talk about USA, if you talk about India or any country, you say they are using the online medium of tutoring the children. So this is an very fast evolution of the education industry, which is using technology at a very wide scale. So similarly, not just education, you can look at into any business segment. It can be retail, it can be manufacturing, it can be a service oriented business. If this is the right stage where you evolve your business and you use the technology to go online, at least even if you are into manufacturing, and if you're manufacturing different kind of products, it can be for fast moving consumer goods, or it can be for heavy machinery. Ultimate goal is that the customer should know that you are having this product and services and how to reach you if you want to purchase those services. So first thing and most important thing is to have an online presence. You should have a very decent online presence. By online presence, you can have different kind of social media pages on different social media channels. At the same time, you can have a magnificent website which will talk about your product, your services, your credentials, how good you are in your industry. So all these things would basically amplify the information that you're trying to put out. Another thing I would like to mention is that if you're talking about increasing the revenue, increasing the sales of your business, and if you're working on the online platform, then you have to be omni-channel in your approach. You cannot just stick to one approach that will lead you the desired result. By omni-channel, what I means is that you have to create an online ecosystem for your website. I'll give an example. For example, if you have a website, right, and that website has certain set of information, but how would you reach to your audience? There are very few ways that you can reach. One of the ways is that you can do paid marketing, right? But being a small and medium-sized businesses, paid marketing is something that might not fit into the budget. Or maybe there will be a budget, but you cannot extend the budget for a continuous period. In that scenario, you have to create, different pockets of content across the internet. This content can be video, it can be, a blog, it can be a blog, it can be an article, it can be useful information, it can be an ebook, it can be a case study, anything that would put your company's information which will be useful to your target audience, to your customers, where they can search online and they can see that, okay, this person has given me this information which is useful, so I'm sure this business or this owner of a business or this director of a business has enough industry expertise that he would be able to help me. And this thing is a very very good approach, because once you publish something online, it would stay there forever. Let's say if you're publishing a blog, and the blog would be there forever, it would be your digital asset, right? So have an omni-channel approach towards increasing your business, increasing your sales, your cash flow, and getting more website visitors. But at the same time, I would recommend that to have a mix of organic and paid online marketing, because organic is there, but nowadays if you talk about the algorithms and the machine learning approach that all the social media channels they are using, you have to use paid marketing to boost your bottom line. You have to use paid marketing to get 400% growth. I will give you a very good example. You must have heard about CPC, which is pay per clicks, and you must have heard about pay per call approach. So if you distinguish these two things, if you look at PPC campaigns like pay per click campaigns, what you are investing is getting a click on your website. So ultimately the visitor's journey for a website starts from the advertisement which is displayed on various platforms including Google and social media. So what people are going through is the advertisement, the text or the marketing copy that you are using on Google Ads. And then they reach to your website. And if they find your website interesting, then and then only they would get in touch with you by filling out the inquiry form or the contact us form. This is a decent approach. However, what you are investing is just in the click. You are not getting the right kind of ROI. But how can you achieve 400% ROI out of a paid campaign? You have to basically transfer your focus towards pay per call approach. Always promote a phone number, because what will happen is when someone is interested in your ad copy, when someone is interested in your advertisement, they would click on the call now button. Once they click on the call now button, you are getting a phone call from a prospect, from a prospective customer who is willing to know what you are doing and what you are selling. In that scenario, you can easily get best ROI up to 400% if you are using a pay per call approach, and you are getting the best ROI. Then in terms of profitability, you will be getting much better results compared to having just leads. And also if you compare the leads with phone calls that you have for your products and services. Another question is that, let's say you are creating an advertisement, but it is not getting any clicks, then what would you do? Hello?
Yeah, hello, I can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah, so basically if you are not getting any clicks, then in that scenario, what can you do? So there are certain things that you have to keep in mind. What people want is not just still images or just smart copywriting content. They want people, right? People want people. You need to understand that part. Wherein the businesses have to invest into good quality video collaterals, good quality marketing collaterals, which involves people. They would like to see, for example, I would say their own community feedback in terms of testimonials. They want to check the reviews of what your company reviews are, what kind of product and services reviews you have, what kind of testimonials you have, what kind of feedbacks people are giving. So if you portray that in a video format and release it on the web, on your website, on social media, then you are getting 10 times higher engagement than compared to a text post. So if I give an example, the attention span of a person who is using social media, it can be Instagram, it can be Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. If you're scrolling through your smartphone, if you're scrolling, the attention span is less than 1 second. Now imagine if a person is going through and scrolling his mobile screen and he has less than 1 second of attention span, how would you grab his attention? Right? The only way to grab his attention is to have an incredible thumbnail of a video, and video which translate your information in a very interesting manner. That is one of the most engaging ways of getting right kind of target audience to your clicks and through your customer journey, and even to receive a call from them. At the same time, there are a few things that you can use to boost your brand and create brand awareness. One of the thing is to have micro influencers. You must have heard about influencer marketing, wherein
Yeah.
you contact different and celebrities and public figures, and they would basically help you promote through their own followers.
Okay.
But the same can be achieved by micro influencers.
Okay.
Now, micro influencers are not big brands, they are not big celebrities, but they have a decent number of target audience and followers whom can be used at a low budget cost. So it would help you reach thousands of people at a certain budget that you have, especially for a SME who are going through budget restrictions and all. Micro influencer marketing is something that can be used and which is very successful nowadays. So video is one thing, micro influencer is second thing. Like that, you have to use the data. Whenever you are doing a campaign, there is a lot of data coming through their analytics side. How many clicks you are getting, how many views you are getting, what is the engagement. So what you can do is you can always do a A/B testing. For example, if you are posting one thing or you are running a campaign wherein you are having a post A and then you are having a post B, so you can see which post is getting more engagement, more likes, more comments, more shares, more views, and likewise you can tweak the content, so and you can test which content is doing well. But for that, you need to understand that you need to go back in your analytics sides of social media. You need to understand the analytics, like what time you are getting what kind of engagement and how much people are reacting to your post and all. So all this data is readily available on social media platforms, and you just have to use it. You have to analyze it and curate your content, which would give you better results. And yeah, so as I said, use a mix of all these things. As I said earlier, that omni channel is the approach of this age. You have to use
Okay.
multiple things. You have to use your blogs, you have to use your social media, you have to use Google, you have to use content marketing. All these things is very important, and omni channel approach would give you authenticity, that is which is very important. You are getting backlinks, you are getting positive backlinks, you are getting authenticity for the information that you are sharing, you are also getting authenticity for the domain that you are using for your website. Likewise, it will build trust in your community on the internet, and it will definitely give you better target audience. Now coming to the technology side.
Yes.
So in technology side, I say there are different things that can be used in this scenario of pandemic. First thing is that people who have their businesses and they are not online, they should seriously think of going online. Online in the sense that they can either create their own e-products, they can basically sell the products and services online by using different kind of, one of the most popular portals is Amazon. They can use Amazon, they can use their own local country e-commerce portals to publish their services. So if you are not online, then this is the right time to learn from the pandemic and go online and basically promote your services, so that when the pandemic is over or when the lockdown is having some kind of restriction, then at least people can buy your service online from different kind of e-commerce. Let's say you want to create your own e-course, you want to create your own online business, and there are many technologies available which can create an online course for you at a very cost effective rate.
Okay.
Basically give you 100% effective solution in a such a age of pandemic. Yeah, so yeah, Emmanuel, so I'm open to any questions if there are.